So this clip is about lessons I relearn every year. I will be 59 years old in April. It is early January, it's the 4th of January. And I'm a flower farmer, a florist, a teacher, an author. I do lots of things in a year. But what happens after Christmas is I feel the pressure to get on and do a lot. And I'm here to tell you that there's always something that teaches you the lesson to just slow down. You cannot achieve really a year in the first few days of it. A year is 365 days of 24-hour sections. Each section is 60 minutes long. We can take our time to get the year done. There's a lot already in my year planned. I have a book out in May. It's a completely new edition of the Flower Farmer's Year. You can pre-order it now, if you like. I'm leading a team to the Chelsea Flower Show, building a show garden for flowers from the farm. We're doing a miniature flower farm in the Great Pavilion, so that's something to look out for when you look at the Chelsea coverage. Flowers from the Farm is the trade organisation for small-scale flower farmers in the UK, and I was asked if I would think about being external chair last year, and I took it on because I thought, well, why not? Maybe I've got something to contribute after 15 years of growing flowers for sale. Time to give something back. And all of those things are building up to make a busy year, because I also actually am a flower farmer, so I need to grow the flowers, and I have lots of weddings booked in and lots of wedding quotes. People have inquired and I've replied, and the weddings are building up, and that's my core flower farming business. So it's a busy year ahead. So naturally I wake up a couple of days after the new year and think, right, I'm going to get going. And here the lesson is sharply given, like a Victorian nanny slapping your hand for being greedy. Slow down. Take a breath. Don't rush. So I'm going to take you home and show you what I did and the lesson that I have learned. But meanwhile, here's the walk. This is the lane up to the woods. And I've been up to the woods and I'm on my way home, and you can see the frost on the ground. It's too cold for gardening, but so it's not too cold to take the dog for a walk and also look at the sky. So opportunity to fill my boots with a bit of vitamin D, and then go home and sort out the mess I made by trying to get ahead. This is my little dog Tea Cake, who is my walking companion. And if you're new to the channel, you're very welcome. Please subscribe, press the bell icon, and we'll tell you when we've got more clips coming out. And if any of the tips and tricks we give you along the way are useful, you can always join my club. And the links to club membership are in the blurb to all my clips. On we go. So on New Year's Eve, I got thoroughly excited and I soaked 400 ranunculus claws. And I wrote a piece about it on my Substack. And I said, I'm getting ahead for the year and I'm going to skip a step, I said. I'm going to soak my ranunculus claws, and then they're going to go straight into the polytunnel, which is ready. I've mulched it, it's all ready. I can put everything straight in there and they will grow on. I've got a risk with the mice, but I can, protect against them, have mouse sentries around. That's mouse traps. Around to protect them. And I soaked my 400 ranunculus claws. I know I've got a busy year ahead. I thought I'll just do them all at once, it'll be fine. And then we had a deep, heavy frost. Because I was so excited, I forgot to look at the weather forecast. Very foolish. I've been a professional grower for 15 years. I should know better. Anyway, I was so excited. So I soaked all the ranunculus. And then I thought, very strong frost, very cold polytunnel. Our tunnels aren't heated. I thought, I know, I'll just pop them in a bit of vermiculite for a couple of nights, and then I'll put them in the ground. They'll be fine. And so I put them in a bit of vermiculite. Here they are, in different containers, in a bit of vermiculite. And actually, if I look at them, they are very slightly beginning to open up. They're beginning to shoot. They root from the top. So they're fine in their vermiculite, but I don't really think it's a brilliant place for them to be forever. So I waited a couple of days and I thought, we're not used to, global warming means that we don't get long stretches of cold weather here in Somerset very often. However, turns out this is one of those long stretches of cold weather that we don't get very often. And the reason it's here, of course, is because I soaked 400 ranunculus claws and I thought I could skip a step and put them straight in the polytunnel. And so what's happening is winter is just reminding me that I am not in charge. I don't get to make the rules. And that if you're gardening for a living or gardening for fun, if you're gardening for pleasure or gardening for profit, if you're growing flowers because you love them or growing flowers because you love them and you love to sell them, beware. Because the winter is in charge, the weather is in charge, the planet is in charge. I am not. I cannot make everything work to my plan, however overconfident and just skipping about I'd like to be. So these little babies have been sitting here now since New Year's Day. It is now the 4th of the month, 4th of January. And I know we're back to work tomorrow, and I know there's a huge amount of work to do administratively. And I have family commitments, which I must stand up for. And so I've given myself more work because I could have just put these into trays of compost and put them in the greenhouse with the heated beds on just to keep the frost off. I could have wrapped them up in fleece and I could have put the mouse traps up on New Year's Day. I had plenty of time. I didn't. And so I've doubled my work instead of halved it. And I have relearned the lesson. Here I am, 58 3/4 years old. I'm going to be 59 in 4 months. I should know better. I should know better. Anyway, they are sitting in their vermiculite and they'll be fine until I pot them up, hopefully later this afternoon or worst case tomorrow. I'd really like to get them done this afternoon because I know that tomorrow the phone is going to go ring, 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 and the email's going to go drop, 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 and the phone's going to go bing, 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 bing all day. And so the more I get done today, the better. So I'm going to try and get these done this afternoon. But another thing that is slowing me down is my compost is frozen. So if I want to put them in compost, it's frozen. So I've got to wait for the compost to defrost. So what I've done is I brought the compost into my studio. Here it is. And I've put it in a trolley so that it is sort of in the warm. And you can see I've put a tray underneath the trolley. Why? Well, because it's going to melt and the water's going to fall down. So I will get these little ranuncs into compost as soon as I can, once the compost has defrosted a bit. So while I wait, I'm now going to go and do some of the admin that I had scheduled for tomorrow. I must learn that lesson again. Winter is for wintering, not gardening. Remember. Anyway, there we are. I hope you have an absolutely lovely afternoon and I'll see you very soon. In the shade, it's very crunchy underfoot. But in the sun now, it's quite warm. It feels quite warm compared to the crunchy underfoot bits. And and the frost melts just for a couple of hours in the afternoon. But the forecast is very cold and frosty again. So I'm not taking any chances. This is the space where the ranunculus are going to go. Not today. Instead, they'll go in the greenhouse with these little people who are overwintering happily in here. Meanwhile, this tunnel's ready for the sweet peas. And here they are, but I'll wait until after this frozen patch to get them in. And I know that there are going to be many of you who say things like, that's not cold weather, you call that cold weather? That I know, some of you are much colder than we are. But for plants, it's all about what they're used to. If they're used to this, for my plants in my garden, this is cold. And so I'm not going to shock them or do anything that asks for trouble. Similar plants in your garden might think this is a balmy spring day, but that's because that's what they're used to. Just defending my position a little bit. For us here in Somerset, we call this frizz-munkling cold.